Amara has been quiet her whole life, not because she is weak, but because she understood something everyone else didn't: attention is a weapon. She never gave it away. She carried her old bag, wore simple shoes, and never flaunted her wealth, because she didn't need to. Everyone assumed she was poor. Everyone, except Vanessa. Vanessa was loud, brash, and self-proclaimed rich. She spent every day proving how powerful she was, and every day she made sure Amara knew her place. The whispers, the laughs, the insults, Amara took them all in silence, because she was watching, waiting, and planning. Every day in school was the same. Vanessa would find something, anything, to humiliate her. A comment about her shoes, her bag, the way she walked. A joke, a snide laugh, a roll of her eyes in front of the entire class. And the crowd. They followed Vanessa's lead. Some laughed out loud. Some whispered behind her back. And some, the braver ones, just looked away. Amara never reacted. She didn't argue. She didn't cry. She didn't retaliate. But that didn't mean she was powerless. She learned to watch, to listen, to understand. She learned the patterns of the people around her. She learned who would follow Vanessa blindly, who would question her, and who would do nothing at all. And in the quiet corners of her mind, she began to plan. Then came the day Vanessa went too far. It wasn't a small joke. It wasn't a harmless tease. This time, it was public, loud, and humiliating. Vanessa stood in the middle of the school courtyard, with her friends gathered around like a crown, and made sure everyone could see. She laughed, she pointed, and she didn't let go. "Look at her," Vanessa sneered. "Does she even know how to live in the real world? Someone tell me why she's even here." The crowd laughed. Some gasped. Some stared. And then, before anyone could stop her, Vanessa poured a bottle of water over Amara's head. The laughter was instant. The gasps followed. The whisper spread. And Amara stood there. Wet, dripping, humiliated, but completely still. For a moment, it seemed like nothing could move her. Her hair stuck to her face. Her bag was soaked. Her shoes squished against the wet courtyard. But her eyes were calm. Quiet. Focused. In that moment, something changed. For the first time, Vanessa didn't see a timid, quiet girl. She saw someone who did not break. Someone who did not flinch. Someone who, quietly and without a single word, showed a power Vanessa could not understand. Amara didn't scream. She didn't cry. She didn't retaliate. She simply lifted her head, wiped the water from her face, and walked away. Every step measured. Every movement deliberate. Calm. Unshaken. The silence that followed was heavier than any noise could have been. The crowd didn't cheer. They didn't laugh. They just stared. Some students began to whisper amongst themselves. Some just looked on, stunned, unsure of what they had just witnessed. Vanessa, on the other hand, didn't notice the change at first. She laughed it off, brushing it away as if nothing had happened. But deep down, she felt it. Something she couldn't name. Something unfamiliar. Something unsettling. Because Vanessa didn't understand quiet. She never had. She thrived on loudness, on attention, on noise. She needed everyone to see her, to admire her, to fear her. And this calmness, this silence from Amara, it was foreign. Unnerving. Powerful. From that day on, Vanessa became more aggressive, more desperate to maintain control. But Amara stayed quiet. Observing. Learning. Waiting. Amara began subtly building influence. She helped classmates with problems, corrected misunderstandings between teachers and students, stayed respectful, humble, and approachable, while Vanessa floundered. Every action was quiet, but every action counted. Students gravitated toward Amara, not because of her father's wealth, but because of her integrity, intelligence, and patience, the kind of presence that draws people naturally. Vanessa noticed it immediately. The way students laughed at Amara's jokes, the way teachers listened to her ideas, the way her friends now looked up to her. Panic settled in her chest. She tried to regain control, but it was too late. Amara had already taken the lead, and she didn't even need to raise her voice. Then came the day that would make everyone see the truth. It was a school assembly, and everyone was buzzing with curiosity. Vanessa, desperate to reclaim the spotlight, began boasting about her achievements, her family, and her influence. She laughed, gestured, tried to command attention, but the crowd, they weren't listening. Amara entered. She didn't make a dramatic entrance. She didn't raise her voice. She simply walked to the center of the room, calm and composed, carrying only the weight of truth. The air seemed to shift around her. The murmurs stopped. The students leaned forward. Even the teachers watched closely. She spoke. Not loudly. Not cruelly. But with absolute authority. Every lie Vanessa had told, every fabricated story about wealth and status, every false claim of influence, laid bare, undeniable, exposed with clarity and precision. Screenshots. Messages. Facts. Proof collected quietly, patiently, for this exact moment. The crowd gasped. Shocked whispers filled the room. Some students laughed softly, not cruelly, but knowingly. Vanessa froze. Her allies shrank back. Her influence, built over years, collapsed in a single, quiet strike. Amara didn't mock. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't even show emotion. She simply stated the truth. The quiet authority in her words made everyone lean in, made them listen, made them understand. Vanessa tried to argue. Tried to defend herself. But the evidence was undeniable. She was powerless. Completely exposed. Then Amara turned and walked away. Measured, deliberate, calm. Each step radiated confidence. Each movement said the same thing without words: I am unshakable. Before leaving, she paused for one final glance at Vanessa. Not with anger. Not with pride. But with quiet finality. You will never understand me, she said softly. Silence can be stronger than any words you scream. The room erupted, not in chaos, but in realization. Everyone understood something profound that day: power isn't loud. Power doesn't need to be flashy. Power waits, watches, and strikes at the right moment. From that moment on, Amara became the person everyone respected. Not because of her wealth. Not because she commanded attention. But because she had shown them something far more important: the quiet ones are always the ones writing the rules. Vanessa never recovered. Her arrogance, her loudness, her desperate need to dominate, all had been stripped away. She became cautious, quiet, careful. She learned what it meant to be powerless. Amara remained herself. Still quiet. Still patient. Still observing. But now, untouchable. She had proven the ultimate lesson: never underestimate the quiet girl. The one who listens. The one who waits. The one who acts only when the time is perfect. Because when she finally moves, nothing, not lies, not arrogance, not noise, can stop her. Her underestimated her.